Hello. Well, I had the listings, or the layout still here, so I didn't want to take it apart. Maybe... Do I have any good Game Boy Advance games? Because that would fit. That's roughly widescreen. And it could be the Bob Boy Advanced. The Food Boy SP. Hello. I finished my figures, sort of. Okay, I'm gonna take the bobs away, sorry. Well, maybe there'll be a few that remain. But they'll be in the back layer. So if you see them, you see them, and if not, there. There's a diagram that I made. A mechanistic diagram. That needs to be touched up. But other than that, I think the figures are good. Which is good. I was worried that, and I guess this is technically still true for some of the figures, but whatever. When I did the corrections for multiple comparisons, as you're supposed to do, certain comparisons do not come out as significant. But in this case they did, so that's good. The end. Wow, 5, 4, not even. I believe it was the Game Boy port of Atari's Food Fight had the Bob border on the Super Game Boy. Do we want that? Not really. Okay, that's gonna have to get... Oh yeah, just get rid of it then. Ooh. Oh no! Did I want that yellow there? I think I did. Right? And then I pop the purple? That's the trigger, I think, maybe? Oh, what if we do? Oh, we shouldn't have done that. Oh no. Don't worry. We're still good. Check this out. Wow, it's almost like I planned it. Yay. Ta-da! Thought I was dead, but I was very much alive. Except I only got a 9 chain, which is not very impressive. What is impressive, though, is how good all this data looks. You're impressed and mortified how clean the Bob layout is. That's good. I made it. I was worried the looping point was very, very obvious. But now that I'm looking at them, I can't exactly tell. Let's not think about it. Wow, look at that data. Look at that great data done by a brilliant neuroscientist and Puyo player. Wow. Wow, is this the supplement that no one's gonna read? Oh, it sure is. Isn't it neat how MRK promotes gamma power in the blue bar, or the blue line, which is the wild type animal, not in the green one, which is the Alpha 5 knockout? In fact, there's no effective drug really in any of these powers, because the knockouts display a reduction in lower frequency powers, but an increase in gamma. And the greens don't really do much of anything, but when you give them both ketamine, they do pretty much exactly the same thing. Isn't that cool? Anyone? Oh no, wait a minute, this is A, that should say alpha. Well, we better fix that. I certainly cannot let that stand. A5, no, that's gonna be turned into an alpha. But also, I have to get an alpha to copy off of something else, because I don't have it. Great. Percent of baseline, A5, no alpha, yes. And then you go back to the layout, and then you hope that it didn't make any of these not 100%, and then you close it, and then Word's like, oh, okay, I'll update that in the document for you. And there it is. Now we have an alpha. Ta-da! No one cares, but I care. Because I gotta get this paper resubmitted. Wow. Look at this part where I only had an n of 2 for this graph, and what I thought I would do at some point was run more animals through it and then it would work. But what I decided to do was to just ignore it and put it in the supplement where no one's gonna look at it. So why does this one have 6 data points and this has 2? Well, that's a good question that I'll get back to later. And this data's a mess. Here, the supplemental section of my paper is full of all of my sins, which is why it's in the supplement and not a real figure in terms of just, hey, here's a thing that I did, but not very well, don't look at it. Oh no, dog. See, what? So if the p is below 0.05, you're supposed to report it as a star. And sometimes if the p is like 0.056 or like 0.6 or something close to being significant, but not quite significant, sometimes people will write the p-value there. So you look at it and you're like, okay, well that's close. And if, you know, the ends were different or, you know, the planet spun a different way and everything were in alignment, it might have worked. But it's close enough. In this one, these wild-type animals recovered with vehicle, which they're not supposed to do. Vehicle's supposed to be inert, which is the whole point. And these recovered spontaneously when they shouldn't have. Although technically they didn't really recover, because only like 2 of them went down to begin with. So this is a wash. But then it went back up, and you don't want to say, well, the newest antidepressant is actually this inert vehicle compound. So I said it was 0.03, so you would look at it and think, well, it doesn't have a star. But technically it should have a star. I just didn't want you to dwell on that. And technically what I'm trying to show for this is that none of these recover except this last treatment, but technically this isn't significant either. It's 0.0 or 0.14, so this isn't really even that close to being significant, but, you know, we'll put it there and make it look like, well, maybe it is. It's not. It's very irritating that it's not. It seems like it should be, but too many of these points overlap. And this I have to redo. This shouldn't just say EEG. This should say probably gamma, because it's not all the EEGs, and actually these lines are from old gamma data that I just cropped out. This is my new one. I haven't... It's not fully accepted yet. It is submitted and the reviews are very good, and then I adjusted some of the figures based on their feedback. But hopefully you'll see this in the pages of biological psychiatry sometime soon. And then these are nice. This is the data I screwed up and had to do all the recalculations on. I thought it only had 2 stars of significance, and that's because that's what GraphPad reported back, but it was technically not 2 stars. Do I have the EFIS on this? No, I don't. Or not the EFIS, the stats. I mean, I know this isn't interesting to anybody, and no one's like, wow, show me more science. But I'm gonna do it anyway. No, it's this. Ooh, I thought that this was, once I put the correct numbers, I thought that it was not going to be as good. Because it's like, oh, this is only 2 stars and it used to be 3, but our criteria for 3 stars, at least in this paper, is p of less than 0.005, and this is 004, and that's 0045, so technically that's still 3 stars. And thankfully we can do the multiple comparisons because we have an effect of the drug and an interaction effect on this two-way ANOVA. Anyone care? No. Did I update the two-way ANOVA in this? Interaction 11.6. I think I did. That's B. Significant interaction of genotype MRK 11.60029. Yes, okay, good. I did do that. The only advice for graduate school is to do research as an undergrad. That's the biggest thing I can suggest. Other than that, I don't know. I half-heartedly applied to like 6, maybe 8 graduate schools, and I think I got into 2. Wow, look at this AMPA to an MDA ratio. Not only is it significantly higher in the wild-type animals treated with MRK16 and not in the alpha-5 knockouts treated with MRK16, but the AMPA to an MDA ratio reflects an increase in the AMPA-mediated component of the field EPSP and not the NMDA-mediated component, as you can see here, because the AMPA-mediated component is significantly higher in the wild-type animals given MRK16 and not the alpha-5 knockout animals given MRK16, whereas if you look at the NMDA component, they're all the same. See, isn't that great? That's great. This used to be a significant correlation, and then the reviewer's like, hey, why are the ends different? And then I looked back and realized, oh no, I adjusted the exclusion criteria and forgot to put it on here, and then I put the extra animals here, and then it ruined it. It used to be a nice trend like that, and now it's not very good, but it's there. Do I love to flex on you with science? I have to have some sort of justification for what I've been doing with my life if not streaming, right? I don't understand ANOVAs. I mean, I have other things that have like a F of 2, and yet these come out as significant. I guess it's all the comparisons it does as part of the equation. This I have to redo because I made it in PowerPoint and it's an image technically, it's not a vector, and you could tell it's blurry and also in a different font. It's in Calibri instead of Arial like everything else. And then increase in gamma power, as I mentioned. This, I was worried because for this, I initially only had the p-values in this two-way ANOVA reported as uncorrected values, and then I was going through it and realized, oh shit, technically it all has to be corrected for multiple comparisons, and I said in the methods it had to be corrected for multiple comparisons. Let me run the correction on it, and I did, and thankfully it's still fine. It probably didn't need to have the correction done on it, but I just want to keep it consistent because I don't want someone to be like, you didn't correct for these multiple comparisons on this graph, but why not? It makes the p-value better. Interesting. Maybe that's cheating. But no, I did it, and it's 0.0462, which is very close to not being significant, but between you and me, the only reason there's a significant effect between the vehicle and the drug-treated animal here is because of this one data point. And without this, it would have been... well, I would have had to have done it again and hope that got me to significance, but thank God for this one animal carrying the team. Probably the same with this one, too. Not this one, though. This one shouldn't be up. That should be down. Oh, wow. EEGs, spectrograms. Something that's always going to irritate me about this, but I cannot be bothered to change it, is that... so if you look at these spectrograms, I made these in MATLAB based on the EEG data that I analyzed in some other god-awful software that I hate using and crashes multiple times. And, you know, the blue is, you know, no change in relative power between 30 minutes of baseline and each of these time points. And, you know, with yellow, it means these power bands light up, and if it's blue, or I'm sorry, if it's yellow, it means, you know, those power bands are, you know, stronger in this field, and then when it's you know, the lighter blue, it means there's a reduction in these power bands and blah blah, whatever. And when it's really, really red, like this, in this one little sliver of pixels, that's because there's an outlier that the automatic outlier detection did not catch, because it's probably too short. Or maybe it's too prolonged or something, and the algorithm's like, oh, that's just how it should look. But, like, it's way, way off, and you could see, because it's just, like, so far removed from everything else. And technically, I could have gone back into this data and manually removed whatever outlier was causing this, but I didn't, and now I can't go back and do it, so there's always going to be this one line where it looks like a bunch of stuff is happening for, like, 5 seconds, but it's not. Or maybe this is only a minute bin, I don't remember. So that's a thing. And this is pretty much the same data as before, except just with a different experiment. And you could tell that this is earlier on, because the ends here are many, many fewer, much less, whatever, than the ends here, because I just got better at doing it as I went through. And that's it, that's science. Did anyone care? No, I don't. You don't. Soon it'll be published, and then that'll be paper number 4. Wow, you care that I care? That's great. Thank you, it is beautiful science. My boss is happy with it, so it's all that really matters. Oh no, what's your research project? What is a research project? Because I assume... Oh, it's my Slack, sorry. I assume it's not like... lab work. Yeah, you can inject Bob into lab animals and do EEGs. I wonder... Because then you could put the EEGs in the auditory cortex. See what you get from that. And then you could see if that entrains frequencies in other parts of the brain, spreading Bob elsewhere. See the coherence between those two regions. Oh no, Bob's in my brain! It looks like it's gonna rain outside. I have to get up and do some errands. My baseline Bob. What is Bob a unit of measurement for? Greasiness? Man, I ate a pizza last night. It was 4 Bobs. Sadness. Oh, okay. Man, I ate a pizza last night. It was 4 Bobs of sadness. Oops, that shouldn't have gone there. Feeling about a Bob and a half. Experience. Every time I go to a Pizza Hut, I experience 2 Mega Bobs at once. That's a million bobs, of course. 2 mega bobs equals 1 super K. 10 to the 6th bobs. Yeah, and a micro bob is a millionth of a bob. Oops. Why did I reset? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I just want chains. Oh, I shouldn't have gone there. It's a good reset emote. Oh, I need a green. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I need a green that doesn't have a purple attached. But I think that's safe. And then I need a purple though. Oh no. Oh, that's too bad. You're eating Chinese fried rice? How is it? Man, this Thai place near me has this really good fried rice with some like chicken katsu thing in it. And it's great, but also I feel like it's not good for you. And I've been very tempted to order it multiple times because I had it once. I had a bite of someone's and it was really good, but every time I think, oh, I'm gonna order delivery from this place or whatever, I always feel like, no, you should just get the thing with all the vegetables in it. Or just order like fried chicken on rice with sauce and think, yep, that's food. Can I have a purple? Can I have a purple? Can I have a... Ooh, wait a minute. No, that would be dumb. Thought maybe I could add another layer to that, but it would not have gone right. Alright, 8. Garbage. No one's ever been impressed with an 8 chain. If only it wasn't dark meat. What? Why? No, that's the best meat. You're supposed to be like, wow, dark meat. Thank God, I hope they threw away all that gross white meat. Mmm. Newspaper. I think the greatest hoax ever perpetuated on society was the whole, like, fast food craze about, hey, we have new white meat, whatever, whatever. Like, great, thanks. You have the worst part now on the menu. I appreciate it. And yet, it was advertised in such a way to convince people that, like, wow, white meat, that's the best kind of meat. And it's just not. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back and be like, I know you make this with all white meat now, but can you go in the back and maybe find, like, one drumstick that you could maybe grind into this? Or, like, okay, what if, instead of it being light, or white meat, or dark meat that they have, sorry, it's white meat, and then they grind in some organ meats. So it's like delicious white meat chicken and we ground a liver in here just for you to give it that, like, dark meat aesthetic. What am I doing in this chain? I'm just zoned out. So a hot dog. No, I mean, the organ meat is the meat darkener. You know how you have, like, lightener for coffee? And it's, you know, like corn syrup and whatever else they put in. Whatever. Oh god, what is that creamer? Something called International Delight. That was like Epicurean Delight, but it's not actually called that. A sausage. No, it's just meat, but it's only two meats. It's regular white meat, and then some liver. Or maybe some kidney. Whatever, like, darkens it to the appropriate degree. Your McDonald's food engineer will hold it up to a scale to make sure it is sufficiently dark before they can hand it to you on a tray. Wow, that's very brave of your parents to trick their child into eating organ meat. As a child, you don't know any better. Did you have like a really hard drinking chicken one day and then you ate its liver and realized, like, wait a minute, this isn't beef! It tastes like vodka! Just grind a spleen in there. Do they make just, like, organ meat sausages? And don't tell me to watch the guy on YouTube who's probably made one. Cause I could see if he's made an organ meat sausage. Is that regular sausage channel still going? I had to unsubscribe from it. I just kept getting so irritated at the sausage shtick, just the formula in every single one of these videos. Hey, it's me, the guy from the sausage channel. I'm gonna make a new sausage. And it's gonna be made out of literal garbage this time. 1 out of 5. 2 Mark Ruffalo's. Bop, 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 bop. There you go. I just have absorbed the ordinary sausage man into my own personality, so I no longer need to watch the videos. Because if I'm like, oh, what's the ordinary sausage guy doing? Then I'm like, oh, wait, I can make him do whatever I want him to do. Even if you want me to talk about the sausage I made out of dirt. And you missed the part where I sing really loudly. And intentionally badly, and it's not funny as a joke anymore after 200 episodes. Now I'm gonna shoot sausage on my stove. 3 Mark Ruffalo's! See, it's theater of the mind here on Stereotone. Whatever this channel is anymore. No, the person who does it for you, the people, is a different channel. That's the Wolf Pit. And that's a different video premise entirely. Because that's when I go to my personal adult playground, the Dollar Tree, and see what new foods they have for sale. So I picked up these dollar burritos and put them in the microwave. And in 2 minutes, they looked perfect to go in my pie hole. So I took a big bite and was horrified to find that you, the people, would know that it's got textured vegetable protein. Now, I'm a fan of all foods, even those that are not so good. But I don't like textured vegetable protein in my steaks, etc., etc. The reference like 4 of you will get. The problem is I've watched most of the Wolf Pit videos, I think, on my own and not on stream. Every lockpicking lawyer video is the same. Well, that's okay. Every lockpicking lawyer video is like 2 minutes or less. This is the lockpicking lawyer. Today we're making a Puyo chain. Put down the first layer. Click out of 1. Put down the second layer. There's nothing yet. There's nothing yet. There we go. Click out of 2. Down the 4th layer. And start building up to the 5th. Alright folks, well the 4th layer's been covered up, so we're going to make a layer over here to the side. And pop that. And with that, we're in. Okay folks. So as you could see, this Puyo chain was relatively straightforward to make, but it was only 5 long. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching. Wait, no, what is it? And as always, have a nice day? I don't remember. I could just... Any other YouTubers that I've watched? I don't have a Bob impression. I don't think I'm, like, defeated enough. Oh, I don't think I've ever watched any Vsauce videos. I can only pretend to be incredibly niche and irritating content creators. Not like mainstream irritating content creators. It's great. The thing about the internet is that once you've seen all the stuff that somebody makes, you have just trained your brain how to make said stuff forever. Like if I want a new lockpicking lawyer video, all I have to do is just think. Like I am the neural network that they fed all the episodes to and is coming up with new content. It's me, it's my neurons. What is this? Oh no.
This is the lock.
Oh, that's really good.
This is the lockpicking lawyer, and I have you today. Video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe.
Similar.
Great. I had a bad time with that. Oh no, I accidentally closed Chrome. Not Chrome, Edge, whatever browser this is open in anymore. Oh yeah, well the thing with the YouTube algorithm is that you really have to be on top of telling it what you don't want to see. Or else it will just recommend you nothing that you actually want. It's like, no YouTube, I'm an individual, I swear. I have my own viewing habits. Why did my stupid Boston airport ruin your evening? Were you supposed to be coming to Boston, or were you supposed to have something shipped that's stuck at Logan, or... Maybe the stupid thing at this airport is you. Oh. I say as I messed up my chain. Oh, a new version of Stream Deck's available. That's a perfect time to remind me about this. That shouldn't have gone there. But that's where it ended up. Can I go to the airport for you? No, sorry. Watch the video, ironically. Well, computers haven't yet advanced to the point of irony yet. YouTube should have a button that's like, I watched this out of morbid curiosity, please don't tell me any more about this video, though. A, let's pretend this didn't happen button. Ugh, really? Okay. Can I have a yellow? Can I have a yellow? Can I have a... No! Okay, there, great, saved it. It's not worth saving though, it was only 7. Walk over to get groceries, or at least just a couple of groceries. I just don't want to go outside. Well, I guess the weather's nice enough. Oh. Oh, that's bad. What's the dude eating on the side? I think it's the Wendy's triple... I don't know, it's some sort of... Oh wait, I think it's the triple Baconator? I mean, I made this GIF yesterday, you'd think I'd remember. But you could probably understand why I want to forget. Food use Bobbert. I don't want that. We can get rid of that green safely. Okay, I think that's fine. Oh, that's gonna trip it prematurely, isn't it? It's gonna... that green's gonna cause some problems, I think. Yeah, right there. Tragically. Does not go any farther. Oh yeah, well, YouTube's music is just a mess because navigating it is a nightmare, and... that also doesn't... I don't know, I guess it sounds fine. I'm still used to YouTube sounding bad by default. I'm still used to having to, like, go to the URL bar and type and format equals 18 at the end of every URL so that it'll play in stereo, which is not something you've had to do since like 2008, but still. Now I forever associated YouTube with just sounding like garbage. Oh no, that was like the worst thing I could have done. Yes, I still have the Blue Yeti. Haven't had a need to update it. No one's been like, Roast doesn't sound like audio. Like, there's a part of me that wants an XLR microphone and a mixing board, but also I will never use it, and it's just more stuff to take up space. I saw a video on YouTube of somebody who was talking about how they upgraded from a Blue Yeti to some XLR microphone. I didn't think the Blue Yeti was supposed to be all that bad. That's kind of why I bought it. I think it's fine. You know, if I had like a bass roll-off switch, that could be nice, but other than that... It's good for a USB mic. See, that's fun. You get most of the details of how I sound. You know, if you got a completely uncompromised or uncompressed and uncompromised recording of my voice, I mean, that would pretty much just mean you are me. So we can't have that. It's gotta sound intentionally a little shitty. Wow, look at Bob eat. It's a big baconator. Just going at it. Oh, Bob's always eating in time with something somewhere. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. He's being called to it. His inner primal instincts granted to him by his ancestors that ate triple baconators over millennia. Now Bob always eats in time with some unknown cosmic force, known only to him and his posse of weird car friends. Yeah. But not this. And that gets green on there. Oops! Ooh, it shouldn't have gone off like that. Oh, it's all just ruined now. Well, I can't include eating sounds in a GIF. My favorite file format. The Adobe Acrobat GIF. Oh yeah, engine noises. I guess that's fine. Nine. It's okay. I haven't gotten like a 12 or a 13 in a while though. Oh, we could get an animated wagon And ox. Oh man, that's a good idea. I didn't think about that. Although, I think for that ox, I might have had to edit the sprite somewhat. I mean, it doesn't matter. The actual sprite in the game animates, and you know, I'm sure I could make the scaled down version animate okay too. But that's a good idea, actually, and I may look into doing that. Because having all of the oxen actually moving as the wheels on the wagon spin would be kind of fun. And then I just have to make this into a moat as well, of Bob just eating everything, and then we're good. I ordered a mortar and pestle because I have a whole bunch of basil and I want to make pesto out of it, but it hasn't arrived yet and my basil plant's looking a little bit sad. It's like way overdue of needing to be trimmed. I think the weight is just starting to pull it down too much. I'm gonna smoke the basil. I grow my own pine nuts. I should, like based on how much they cost, but no, it's probably also just gonna have like walnuts in it or something. A succulent, I guess? Just pop over to IKEA and grab one of those. Here, see, it's all my little friends out by the window. Ta-da! There's the succulent, the cactus, the bromeliad, the mint, and then the anthurium and the very tall basil plant over to the right, and then another anthurium. And then the jalapeno and lemon things are... Well, they were chilling in front of the door to the balcony because a bunch of sun was coming in earlier, but they're in bigger pots and they don't fit super well on that. How does the oxygen feel in my room? Great. It's so much more. That's the only reason I'm breathing right now. Also, see, now I'm in my photos, and now that I'm in my photo gallery, I've got, like, all these dumb screenshots and whatever else I've taken. Uber has since started adding, like, little descriptors to different restaurants that all sound like, hey, here's the local insight for food in your area, but it all comes off as, like, dumb and stilted, and it's all, you know, some sort of like algorithmic thing that's being automatically generated, but still, there's a pizza place. It's like, if you're a fan of cheese pizza takeout like the rest of your city, like, you know, really refined tastes here, if you enjoy a pizza with cheese on it like everyone else, you'll be happy to know they have cheese pizza takeout at the Circle Pizza. Do you wish you could ask the Circle Pizza customers what's recommended here? If you could, you might expect the answer to be the French fries. Like, okay. Thanks, Google. That is, or not Google, Uber, or whatever it is. It's just the dumbest description. Wow. You're such a connoisseur, like everyone else in your city that eats a plain pizza. Looking for suggestions? Try the French fries. Thanks. I will. I don't have any other good photos of anything. I bought an indoor thermometer because my landlord told me to see if they had to turn the heat up, and it said 69% humidity at the end. And then I took a picture of it. Now you know. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? It's not. Oh yeah, then there's my desk and my mouse pad. It's supposed to look like a VCR box, sort of VHS, whatever it is. I don't have any good pictures of anything in here, sorry. No, it didn't comp me for the thermometer, of course not. The 2015 Dell monitor, yeah, it was like 20 bucks. It's the one that XSplit lives on, or if I'm watching YouTube, I'll throw it on that one. And it's 4x3, which means I can watch old episodes of The Simpsons and it fills in completely. Or old episodes of Columbo and it fills the screen completely. I don't know if I have pictures of anything good. Somebody had a dog on the T, which I thought was sort of novel. Sorry, random people whose pictures I took. And that's just me. So I took a picture of myself to, you know, balance it. I didn't have any heat for a bit, so I had to set this fan up because the hallway was warm and I had to blow warm air into my apartment. Is that interesting to anybody? No. Probably not. I'm just scrolling through photos. None of them are of anything, really. I have a bunch of screenshots of data, a bunch of screenshots of plants. I don't know why I took so many. It doesn't warm air rise, so you could let convection take its course. Yes, but if the door's closed, it makes life a lot harder. Because you, like, walk down the stairs and open the door into the hallway, and it's all of a sudden very warm. And then you go back into your apartment, and it's shockingly cold. I have no other good photos, I'm sorry. Not to say that I had any to begin with, but... My thermometer says it's a pleasant 70.9 degrees in here. So that's good. I don't know what it is outside. Probably 55, maybe. I don't know what 22 degrees Celsius is in a unit that matters. Oh, I messed this up. No. Yup. Okay. There we go. Oh, no. Can I have some greens, maybe? Please? Why did I pop that yellow? That yellow was critical to doing the rest of the chain. Oh no. That was a bad idea. Why did I pop that other yellow? I don't remember if I needed that one or not. Oh, I've lost. Wow, might take the top off. Oh, of your car. I thought you're like, I'm gonna take my shirt off and buy a Pepsi, cause the weather's so nice. Which I guess you can also do, like, legally. Hey 7-Eleven dude, check out these guns and get me a cold Crystal Pepsi. No shirt, no shoes, no Pepsi. That's what they're always saying over at PepsiCo. Ugh. Hey. Yeah. I ordered another coffee because I have to go out and buy half and half. It's bad. Starbucks is not good coffee. And that's too bad. I wish I could just be fine with it. I mean, I am fine with it. I will drink it. It is coffee. But it is also just not very good. That is Bobby Food Use, and he's eating Wendy's. Please, this is critical backstory. Critical stream lore that you need to know. It's gonna be on the test. Is this gonna work? No. Junk. Yeah, it needs a Bob command. Everyone says McDonald's coffee's not that great, but I'm pretty sure they mostly just mean, oh, it's not bad for fast food coffee. Not like, hey, check out this gourmet coffee at McDonald's. Have I considered an animated Bob emote for Monotone? No. I haven't. I don't think enough people from the real channel would know who Bob is. And I don't want to just load up the other channel and then be like, okay, I'm gonna make a bunch of jokes about this guy that eats food and he's gross and we have to watch a bunch of videos just so I could catch all of you up sufficiently on the current in-joke content. Ugh, this is all a mess now. Watch all of Robert Food Use. You're down for a Bob watch-a-thon. Well, I'll have to set the sync tube back up. Maybe I'll just have to set up a sync tube specifically for Bob, and it'll only have a bunch of Bob emotes and only be playing Bob's videos. Oh, I messed it up. So wait, we're popping that purple now. Well, now we're not. Or are we? Uh-huh. 6, 7, oh. That was gonna be more if those two didn't go off simultaneously. Never mind. It was lame. I missed the MRE too. Yeah, me too. There's a bunch of stuff I used to do at some point and then got lazy. Slash sad. I don't even know if the SyncTube website is still up. Well, you know, if you have the opportunity to slaughter somebody, you might as well. I'm just a little disappointed I didn't get it that round. that there. Yeah. Almost. Almost did something. Well, it's been an hour of procrastinating. I'm gonna go and run some errands now. Bye!